In this lesson, we're going to create some Lathe Parametric Tools. I currently have the Lathe Parametric Tools file from this lesson open. I'm going to save it as in process. So Lathe Parametric Tools, IP. I do have the tool list and setup sheet that we made in the last lesson open. We're going to need those. So there's our tool list. I'm sorry, they're both open up in tabs here. And there's our setup sheet. And you see I've zoomed into, I'm on the bookmarks, and I'm on the lathe face tool here. So we're going to create this one first. So I'll go to the Lathe Tool Manager, and I want to select a tool somewhat similar to what we already have. And you can see, where's our description? So our comment is left spindle, upper turret, face. Here we go. Right hand, 80 degree, 16 thousandths radius, left side insert down. So this is my name for this tool. Most of it's pretty self-explanatory. So it's a right hand tool, 80 degrees. It's got a 16 thousandths radius. It's probably 15 thousandths and 6/10 specifically, right? We can see that. We just call it 16. Now this tool works on the left side, thus the L, the left spindle more specifically. The insert is down. Okay, so this is what we're going to create. So I'll minimize this, and I want to find something like this. And again, I've pointed out the radius, and in this case our overall length is 4. So our very first tool here that you can see, T0101, looks very similar. Now there's a few ways we can get that up there. We can use the black arrow. We can drag and drop it. We can copy and paste, I think. Let's see. Copy tool, paste tool. All right, so there's some different ways to get the tools between the lathe tool library and the part file or the machine group. So it's possible that we could have more than one machine group. So I don't need 2 of these. I'll delete this tool. So I've got a tool, but it's not exactly what we have in our part. If we look at the inserts, you can see we have a lot of information here. It's our 1/2 inch IC, our thickness, and there's our corner radius. So we want a corner radius of 1/64. That's 15 thousandths and 6/10. So then we'll go over to the holder, and you can see all the parameters for this holder. It's 1 inch shank. The overall length is 6. So we did see on our tool sheet that our overall length was 4. So we'll change that. It's very common to have to cut a holder to get it into the locator that's going to go onto the turret. And then for parameters, we're going to name it. So I would say it's a right hand tool. It's 80 degrees. It's got a 16 thousandths radius. You can say 15/6 if you like. And it's a left hand insert down. So left side, left spindle, insert down. Now we could put some more information in here if we had it. And we now have our first tool. You can see it got a little shorter. It looks a little different here. So there's our first tool.